All right. Before I go talk anything, when I wait first, I'm not gonna understand. How they? Hope we're all good. Okay. So, because Arsenal lost 1-0, we no go hear word again. Shey, because Arsenal now don't lose, or just 1-0 now. Everybody is now coming for Arsenal. Funny enough, the annoying part is Gyökeres now is not the topic of discussion. Anyways, before we analyze that part of Gyökeres and all those Chelsea fans, them Man U, them really call it fan our man this period. No first talk wetin carry me come first. So more analyze the game, right, from the beginning to the end. The errors that were made, the corrections we're supposed to make to avoid such mistake happening again. Now I will start with Raya. Last time I emphasized on Raya. Against Newcastle, Raya made a mistake. If you recall, the same mistake Ramsdale was always making that made them pick Raya over him. This is another mistake Raya needs to look out for to avoid being a second choice. Kepa came into Newcastle game and made good saves. Raya needs to be careful, needs to watch it because it's now reoccurring and nobody will not even plan for this one because you see this season nobody want to hear all these stories seriously. That's one. Now check this video first and then you understand where I'm coming from. Just watch this video. Now if you look at this video very well, you know that Raya, look at the space. Look at the space you left from your goal post. Another person is Lewis Kelly. The guy is good. I understand. I'm not saying he's not good, but over time for the past 2 games, observations, he's not been at his peak. I don't know whether at the break where they go and make all this one happen. But whichever way, given that other persons Raya should have passed that ball to than Lewis Kelly. Fine and good, you've passed it to Lewis Kelly. I understand that experience and the rest. And the guy just want to run in between all Tottenham fans that was Tottenham players wey don't gather around there. I wonder where he want carry the ball go. You'd have just look at the next person and move the ball to. Now, Raya overlapping cost us this goal. Cost us all this havoc we see for internet, which is something that we would have avoided and we know we do what we do. It doesn't make any sense. I've always said this. You see, what Arsenal need to look out for, early goals. We cannot in fact see the need to avoid conceding early goals cannot be overemphasized. This is very important. If we keep conceding early goals, that's the problem for us. It's going to be a big problem, because at the end of the day we end up trying to look for a way to equalize before coming back into the game and win. It will be difficult. Now I'll give it to Tottenham. Their defense was top notch. Moreover, mind you, our before people come out and start to talk say Arsenal this, Arsenal that, look at the starting 11. Nogard was the defensive midfield, and most of Arsenal's game, if our midfield is not in place, it's a turn off. In fact, we always struggle to keep up, which is not good. Now looking at Nogard, he was not, in fact the midfield Tottenham just hold the midfield throughout the first half. Not until this guy Mendy came into the picture, which turned the game around. But by then it was too late because Tottenham, they went all defense. Their defense was solid, and I give it to them. Another person that disturbed us, that gave us headache, was Kudus. That guy was good all throughout the game. He was good. Another thing, I have a question for Arteta. Is it until every player, our first player, have injuries? Like now until all of them get injury, now you go remember say we get reserved for bench for preseason game. Who was he thinking? Saka injury, what's his name? Trossard, the same thing. Although yes, Trossard came in second half, but you don't have to give space for this. This is a derby match. You know, whether we say that, if you say we London will take player, if you say Hong Kong, na still derby match. Tottenham, you see Man U, you see Chelsea, na banter. So we can't afford losing this game. We lost to Tottenham 1-0. It is painful. They pay me, but the truth is, I understand it's a preseason game, and I'm very sure if the right selection was made, of course, Zubimendi starting the game, we would not be having this discussion, because I know that guy, when he came into the game, he made an impact. So, Arteta, these are the things we need to look at. Ryan's mistake, our defensive, we need to look into that. Very important. Now, our attacking force, Alpha now, the attacking force, Alpha. We are not there. We are not offensive. I always say the best way of defense is offense, but no levels at all. Looking at Gyökeres, everybody, Gyökeres came in, he did not do anything, the worst rating. Is that how myopic people can be? Like Man U fans, Chelsea fans, most especially Man U fans, if they pay in as if the guy no come Man U. Sure, that's what they carry do. All of them, I don't back. I don't see different comments for social media. They back. I say, they happen because they don't mind that. It's like, the thing pain them. My last number, how do I see this matter? Because the way Man U fans are all over the social media, everybody, both Chelsea even follow for the matter, because Chelsea, they are, you see, it was shocking. I said this guy will come and I go hear out. Like, people go hear out. Someone who was introduced 12 minutes into the game gave one clinical pass that was so good enough. It's just that Zubimendi could not utilize it very well, and then probably because he didn't get to get the ball again for the first time in the coming into the Premier League, and then he made such pass. I mean, if one thing you should know, go and check Gyökeres record. The guy knows how to keep the ball as a striker. His rate of attacking is on a high level. So I wonder why people will just come and start thinking that this guy, no levels. See, because he coming 12 minutes into the game, in the 78 minutes, that's all that they carry do something, and then everybody has rated him that the guy is off. Hello, and I know when I say because it starts, and when the time go reach, everybody might be doing. I will see. Man U fan, in fact, it's. I'm happy that Man U, it is Man U are playing first. May I just prepare myself, because in I go collect waiting no good. And funny enough, mind you, this guy is starting. He will start that game. May Arteta no fuck up, because if that way body go pepper me joy. You cannot introduce Arteta take note. You cannot introduce Gyökeres second half. It is unacceptable. So ensure that guy starts. So all these church where they left right side, I go hear am. Everybody go zip up. Not be say, I go zip up. I don't go one hear. You no go hear any noise. Okay, so things to take home. Ryan needs to look at his tactics and review it, because we cannot keep affording to make mistakes. The season is just about to start, and if it starts, all these silly mistakes won't be allowed. Our defense line, we need to look at it very well and fix it. Of course, all those people shouting Gyökeres just came into the game and nothing. When I calm down, when I just calm down, when I kulele, you cannot rate. In fact, no matter how much you want to bring banter on this matter, you cannot rate a good striker in just. And mind you, this is his first game against any Premier League side for the first time. Coming into the game in less than 12 minutes, what were you thinking for him to score a hat-trick? I don't understand. Now magic for Premier League. You guys should calm down. Abeg, do the counts, please. Do the counts. Abeg, when I easy they come for this guy, okay? Peace and love.